Yeah. Okay. All right, Dave. Okay. Sorry.
What's so
Sorry.
funny, man?
What's 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 funny is okay.
Tell me what's funny.
Because you're asking me about love, and we're talking about the making of a record.
Does love have nothing to do with the making?
It has a lot to do with it, but no one has ever asked me a question like that, like when we're making a record. But that's a beautiful thought. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I am pushing down a highway in the middle of a state. I don't know the way I'm going, so I guess I'll follow fate. And if you lend me some direction, I will pay you back in time. This life is questioned. When Gordon called me to do David Bronson's album, I was like, who is this new artist? You know, do I really want to do this? And he said, Robin, listen to this. And then he sang some of Task, the arrangement. And I said, I'm there. Give us a reason, give us something you can feel. I recorded.
Got to the basic tracks, and we started laying down the sounds, and I actually heard the drums come up.
It's totally solid stuff, like the way Lataro plays. And when we were recording basic tracks, I felt like everything was just so on, you know.
I knew we had something killer there. I mean, once we put the Alomars on, it was the cherry on top, and it just turned it into a, there's that je ne sais quoi, you know.
We have worked together one time before, but never at the intensity level that we had to do for this album, for Questions.
It's very hard to answer the question of why things happen the way they happen at the time they happen. Why did you make that wonderful music? Well, we made it because the components, the stars aligned, everything aligned at the right time.
Do we have fun?
Yeah, we had tons of fun. First starts out with kind of a kidding around thing, and then we go into music. I don't think what we have is really explainable on film.
So it's not that normal that recording an album becomes this like bigger, way bigger thing than just the recording an album, and becomes relationships, becomes moments, becomes like learning experiences, like learning about yourself, learning about other people, like sharing.
I'd say it's one of the best like recording experiences I've ever had, because it was done in such a, like, I guess, rare way that doesn't happen very much anymore.
You really gotta like something and like the person, because look, it wasn't about the money, it wasn't about the fact that I was contracted to do anything. I heard myself in the recording. I heard myself complimenting the man. And then I heard the lyric, and then I said, I want in.
There's just a certain point when it comes to music where you just know that it's good. You know, it's just like something just clicks and you just know, you're like, yeah, that's it. That's good music.
Because I accompanied my wife, I wasn't even supposed to be there. Gordon Grody and Robin were actually doing the sessions, but it seems that Gordon wasn't able to do the whole thing, and so it ended up that we had to kind of look at the session as saying, he's not there, what can we do? Well, we're a family, we sing, so yeah.
The three of them in the booth singing into a one U87. And man, what a beautiful harmony they created together.
Why is this constant double voice? Sometimes a friend, but then it tears asunder.
She said you must give reason. She said you must give cause.
Ah, Robin Clark, boy. A lot of singers could sing, a lot of singers had good pitch and could keep time and could just give you an overall great performance. But with Robin, she could actually take the mic and take over. It wasn't just going to be a background part. It was going to be somebody that has soul and can rock too. And that's one of the things I appreciate about her. Plus, I just absolutely love her as a person. She's a sweet, generous, kind person.
Godfrey, he's a guy that knows how to like make you feel at home in any context, and I feel that that's the most important part of being a producer.
I love productions where you have a lead guitarist and a rhythm guitarist. The lines are not blurred. C-Hag is a guitarist extraordinaire. I really respect what he does because, man, I love taste. The dude is so tasty.
Playing with Carlos Alomar, it's great because you can feel all the experience he has. And there's a lot of like mutual respect going on. No hogging. As far as sharing guitar parts, like it's awesome because I know he's so awesome, you know. So I get to just like kind of watch him and like do my thing, and then he says, you know, like, you take this part and things like that. That's really a privilege to have somebody on with his experience and his talent give me that thumbs up to do stuff along with him, you know. So I feel pretty honored to be playing with him.
The first time I heard the finished album, I was sitting in my living room and I had all the lights out and I had a candle lit, and I just sat there and I listened, and it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Every song, it was just beautiful, and I was so glad to be a part of it.
It's a moment. It's what I said to you. It's kismet. Why did this happen? Why did we fall in love with you rather than falling in love with somebody else? Well, you brought something else. You brought something that was very kindred and familiar to us, and that's why we adopted you and said, this is not just a job, it's a family thing. We were in that studio as a family, and we believed in your dream. Your dream became our dream because it was presented in such a wonderful way that how could it not be our dream?
Yeah.
Sharing dreams is really cool.
Hell yeah.
A Siamese dream, you know, it's something that you didn't expect, and yet at the end, when you, like when Leah says you listen to it and all your friends love it and you're loving it, and it's like, okay,
It's so good.
we did it.
Yeah.